I thought I'd drop by and tell you what we were up to at the end of the summer. We went back to my parents' place in Gander Bay, Notre Dame Bay, and did some kayaking, did some camping, visited the ocean several times, different beaches local to their area. We went on a couple of hikes. Here's one of the beautiful, beautiful hikes that we went to near Summerford, which is in Notre Dame Bay. You can see all the islands out there. It's just gorgeous. We went to a local beach, as you can see here. Not quite as nice as Musgrave Harbor Beach by any stretch, but still a pretty beach and good for beachcombing. I think the boys were a little disappointed this day because they were hoping for a hot sunny day and lovely beach like Musgrave Harbor, but oh well. Here's the day when we went back to Sandy Pond in Terra Nova National Park. Don't know if I mentioned it before. Probably have, but I used to lifeguard here in my university days. So we always enjoy going to Sandy Pond. Blue, of course, has been with us for the majority of the summer, and he has been loving it. He loves tenting, he loves the walks and the hikes, but he hates the water. So don't try getting him in the water. And then after our trip to Mom and Dad's and then to Terra Nova National Park camping, my husband and I made a very quick decision, though we've been looking for a while, but we found a camper RV that would fit our family nicely, and we decided to purchase it. The challenge was the camper was in Nova Scotia, and he was unable to get off work. So I went off to Nova Scotia by myself to purchase an RV. The day that I went to get the RV was a very, very busy day. I'm just showing the interior here now. This was actually taken at the RV dealership. So I hope you like the inside of our camper, our new camper. It was a really busy day. I got up at 4:30 to make the flight to Gander, and then we had a 45-minute drive from my parents' house into the airport. Then landed in Halifax, drove another hour to get out to the dealership, and then got into the RV and started learning about how it worked. And it was a great day. It was really exciting. It was also completely overwhelming, and I managed to feel like quite the independent woman, however, so that was great. I took advantage of some touristy visiting and going around Nova Scotia when I was there. My husband and I and two of our boys lived in Nova Scotia. Well, one of our boys for 2 years, and then our middle son was born, and then a week later we left Nova Scotia to move back to Newfoundland and Labrador. But it ended up being a wonderful trip, a wonderful chance to see Nova Scotia, the southeastern shore of Nova Scotia before you get to Cape Breton, which I hadn't seen before, which was really, really lovely. after staying in Cape Breton for a couple of nights at campgrounds, it was time to head home. Getting on and off the ferry actually wasn't as hard as I thought. You drive on and you drive off, so I didn't have to back up the RV at all. I stayed at Provincial Park, JT Cheeseman, the first night when I got in. I managed to get a cabin on the ferry too, which was really nice, so that I got to sleep a bit and relax during the voyage, which is really also good because I get seasick. So I'm showing some pictures here of the beach next to JT Cheeseman Provincial Park. It's just beautiful. Who needs Florida? The next morning, after I had landed back on the island, I was off for the, I think it was 6.5 hours between Port aux Basques and Gander Bay, where my parents live. I met up with Pete and the boys in Gander Bay. So kind of ended up where I started. And then we spent a night in Gander Bay and headed back home just in time for school to start the day after we got back home. So it was a very busy end of the summer, and not without its stressors. Getting the RV was absolutely wonderful, and I'm very glad that we did it. But driving a vehicle that big for the first time by myself was a little bit nerve-wracking. And of course, there's always a concern about COVID-19 when you're traveling, going on an airplane, etc. Anyway, it all worked out fine. Everybody's fine here. I will chat with you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.